The 75 machine. Daniel Adam in that 75 machine. They're part of the 317 Motorsports group. Father and son just moved from Hillsborough, North Carolina to Wade, North Carolina. Just a couple of exits up as he gets a little high coming out of turn 3 and 4. Just moved to the area. Going to make Fayetteville their home track in that 75 machine. See him now sliding through 3 and 4. Got a nice slide job going there. White flag is out. Drake Troutman. So that's the 75 machine now that Jim has moved out of the way. That AMSOIL machine. So that's the Daniel Adam ride. 15 years old, folks. 15 years old, a part of that 316 Motorsports driver development group. Father and son. Joe will be out in just a few minutes. Joe Adam, again, both from Wade. He'll be in the number 66 machine. There's that 66 machine. We were talking about him a little earlier, the father and son machine. That's Joe Adam out there now, the dad. I mistakenly called him brothers last night. Typically what you see out here, but Joe Adam moved the family to Wade to get a little closer to some racing action than up at Hillsborough. Looks like he's got the rear deck lid flying up on that machine as he comes through, flying through turns 3 and 4. A little backdraft on there. Garcia out of Monroe, Georgia. To his outside will be the 03 of Matt Isaac from West Union, Ohio. Row 2 will be the 60 of Drew Papke from Bismarck, North Dakota. To his outside will be the 25 of Timmy Neighbors out of Bun Level, North Carolina. Row 3 is the 66 BLU of Tristan Stevenson out of Clayton. And number 7, Roddy Long out of Stedman, North Carolina. Row 4 will be the 403 of Kevin Dubb from Hope Mills, North Carolina. To his outside will be number 11, Jonathan Gaines out of Santa Clara, California. And row 5 will be the 75 of Daniel Adam. Was from Hillsborough, North Carolina. Now he's from Wade, North Carolina. Daniel did win a heat race on Wednesday night. And he was a feature winner on Thursday night. So congratulations to Daniel Adam from Wade, North Carolina in that 75 machine. As he gets called back up to the field, they're in the start zone. Flag is in the air. We are underway here with heat race number 3. Door to door, everybody racing as they go through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. That 03 of Matt Isaac is really racy. He goes way high on the speedway, trying to get some momentum to get around that 32 machine of Jake Garcia. Matt Isaac was your lap 1 leader. He likes the high side. Has to get out of the gas just a minute. That allows Jake Garcia in that 32 machine an opportunity to get back close. Finally, somebody's going to the high side here in Fayetteville, and he likes it. Look at that momentum from Matt Isaac riding the rim here in Fayetteville. Everybody else single file on the low side. That's Garcia, Papke, and the 25 machine, that black 25 of Timmy Neighbors, being challenged by the 75 of Daniel Adam for that 4th and final transfer spot. We've been waiting all week for somebody to go high, and Matt Isaac has done it here tonight, and he is looking awesome riding the cushion here at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Second place, still Jake Garcia. You see the battle right there, 4-6. That's Ronnie Long and Tristan Stevenson. 25 and 75 locked in the battle for that 4th and final transfer spot. As the 75 goes high, the 25 working on the 88. Now Adam has come back to Neighbors. They are door to door. Give the position to Daniel Adam. Spins out Timmy Neighbors. They touched coming through the SRI restart zone. Touched just a little bit, did Daniel Adam and Timmy Neighbors. Timmy Neighbors waiting to see if he can get a push to get going to good as he sits down at the bottom of the speedway in the entrance to turn 1. Great racing there so far. You saw Daniel Adam starting shotgun on the field in the number 9 spot. He's made his way all the way up to the final transfer spot. Adam and Neighbors were battling for that 4th position and the final transfer to the A main. He's able to get that car back underway. Lap 5 caution here is while we are under yellow. Is the 75 of Daniel Adam out of Wade, North Carolina, gets together with the 25 of Tim Neighbors out of Bun Level, fighting for that 4th and final transfer spot to the A main. How about Matt Isaac from West Union, Ohio, running the rim here at Fayetteville? Again, we've been waiting for somebody to get up there all week long. And Isaac has shown that you can maintain your momentum if you are up on the high side. That spin is going to drop Tim Neighbors. They're sending both drivers to the back of the field. So the 2 drivers involved in that, the 75 of Daniel Adams and the 25 of Tim Neighbors, have been sent to the back of the field. 3 laps to go. We'll see if they can work their way back up as the cars make their way to the SRI Performance restart zone. And Matt Isaac is in the gas. 5 laps are complete. You see him going high. The 7 of Roddy Long, he tries to go high. He wants to see if you can do it up there. Number 7, Ronnie Long, in that final transfer spot. He's got Tristan Stevenson all over his back number. He bobbles. Stevenson is there as they go down the back straightaway. Ronnie Long bobbled just a bit, opened the door up for Tristan Stevenson. Now they are nose to tail with the white flag in the air. Can Stevenson get around that 7 machine of Ronnie Long? He's trying to pull alongside as Long out horsepowers him down the back straightaway, creates a little bit of gap in between him, but up front, riding the rim, give the win to Matt Isaac. Jake Garcia in 2nd, Drew Papke in 3rd, and Ronnie Long comes home 4th. Brought to you by Lucas Oil here at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. The lineup for heat number 4, row 1, is the number 13 of Tim Brockhouse out of Shakopee, Minnesota. To his outside will be the 27 of Logan Carbaugh from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Row 2 is the 23 of Jerry King from Fayetteville and the 15 of Ryan Shabram from Autryville, North Carolina. Row 3 is the number 3 of Joseph Sanoski up in Wade, North Carolina, and the 1P of Doug Penny from over in Bass. Row 4 is the 4 of Jonathan Kemp from St. Peter, Minnesota, and the 81 of Tony Porter from Oak Hills, North Carolina. Row 5 will be the 66, the 15-year-old driving from Hillsborough, North Carolina, Joe Adam, for 317 Motorsports. Again, 8 laps of green flag racing, Mid-East 602 modifieds. You should be in the staging area. Mid-East 602 modifieds. You should be in the staging area as we are under green and heat race number 4. Brockhouse uses that preferred starting spot to get the whole shot, but watch out for the 3 car. Excuse me, that's the 15 of Ryan Shabram, riding on the back front bumper of Logan Carbaugh. He wants 2nd position. He's got a wheel up on the fender, but not going to be able to get there. As they set sail off into turn 1, Ryan Shabram likes the high side. Not going to be able to pull up alongside of Carbaugh that time. Going to try it again through 3 and 4. He gets there, but just can't make the pass. The battle is from 4th on back with Jerry King, Jonathan Kemp, and Joseph Sinoski all battling for that final transfer spot. Right now, it's the battle for the second position. Carball has it. Shabram wants it. Shabram washes high. Carball is able to pull off just a little bit. Now we've got the 1 machine. The 81 washes high of Tony Porter, almost takes out the 3 of Joseph Sinoski, but they are able to gather everything together. Give the 4th position to the number 1 of Doug Perry. He's able to get around the 23 machine of Jerry King. Up front, it's the 13 of Tim Brockhouse, running all alone on the field, making it look easy. 4 laps are complete, going to be complete in lap number 5 as they come to the start-finish line. It's Brockhouse, Carball, and Shabram, 1, 2, and 3. Doug Perry in that blue and orange number 1 machine all to his own. And we've got a spin up between turns 1 and 2. Look like that's the 23 machine of Jerry King, that Kraken Skulls Legends car. You see Brockhouse, Carball, and Shabram. Now the 1 of Doug Perry there. They're back in the gas. Well, does anybody have anything for Tim Brockhouse? Shabram all over the back bumper of Carball. Perry gets up there, and then Perry spins out and hits the inside tire. Doug Perry wanted a little bit of 3rd place from Ryan Shabram. He goes through the spin cycle and is now up against the tire. Down in the bottom of turn number 2, he's able to get that car refired and back under his own power. 19.901, a half second slower than our pole sitter Drake Troutman, but we are back under green. 5 laps are complete. Shabram trying to get up there on Carball again. Shabram able to gather it together, but he's now under fire from the 66 machine of Joe Adam. That 4th and final transfer spot. It's Adam and Joseph Sinoski now in that number 3 machine. The number 3 is pulled up alongside. It's the 3 and the 66 battling. They touch. They spin on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Joe Adam and Joseph Sinoski battling for 4th position. They touched. Talked about Joe Adam. How about driving that 15-year-old for that 317 Motorsports Development ride? That's going to move number 4, Jonathan Kemp, up. But we are back under green now, and then once more, Tim Brockhouse powers away in that 13 machine. Battle is for 2nd between Logan Carball and Ryan Shabram. Shabram's able to get that front wheel up on the fender, but he can't get anywhere from there. Back behind them, it's the 4 of Jonathan Kemp in that 4th and final transfer spot. The 1 of Doug Perry making his way up there as the white rag is out. It's Brockhouse, Carball, and Shabram. Battle is for that 4th and final transfer spot. Kemp has it. Perry wants it. As they come through 3 and 4. One more time. Close but no cigar as Doug Perry does a donut coming across the start-finish line, but he is not able to overtake Jonathan Kemp. So Kemp moves on to the A main. Now your second B main for the SRI Dirt Cup Challenge INX Legends. Going to be led to the green flag by the 56F of Alex Funari out of Pennsville, New Jersey. Behind him will be the 23 of Jerry King from right here in Fayetteville. The 94 of Jay Quinzer out of Baker, Montana. The 1P of Doug Penny out of Vass, North Carolina. The 56 of Zach Baxter from New Oxford, Pennsylvania. The 81 of Tony Porter out of Hope Mills. The 217 of Brad Markham from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The 66 of Joe Adam. It says the 3 of River Neighbors, but I do not see the 30 out there on the track. Riding shotgun on the field will be Joseph Sinoski out of Wade, North Carolina. Again, 10 laps in his final B main. "30-lap feature coming up shortly. 1 to go this time by. They pair up 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. 10 cars in this second Bead main. Alex Funari and Jerry King are on the front row. They make their way towards the SRI Performance start zone. Oh, and the 3 of Sinoski gets a little loose at the back of the field, but up front, shot out of a cannon. It's the 56 F of Alex Funari. Sawing on that wheel. The battle is for second. Finally clearing that gaggle is Jerry King. Now it's 3 drivers left to battle it out. Quinzer, Penny, and Joseph Sinoski. Sinoski made a power move on the inside at the drop of the green flag, moving his way up from shotgun, and now you've got a big wreck down into turn 2. That includes red flag is out. That's going to be the 56 of Zach Baxter, the 1P of Doug Penny, the 94 of Jay Quinzer, the 66 of Joe Adam, and the 45 of Will Long. The 45 of Will Long started with a spin from Jay Quinzer in that blue and white 94 machine. Trying to untangle him there like spaghetti on a plate. And the green flag is in the air. And these kids are giving it everything they've got here, making their way around Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Again, row 3, Joshua Colbreth out of Stedman. To his outside, the 23 of Wyatt Kitchen. And in 4th place, 11 of Candace Ward out of Lakeview, and the 145 of Lane Gerald from Mullins. As they come through the front straightaway, completing lap number 1. You can see these guys fanning, and girls fanning out all over Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Getting a challenge for the lead coming up here. They exit turn 3 and 4. The 22 machine of Joshua Colbreth on the outside. He's trying to make a pass on the North Carolina Nightmare. Wyatt Davis out of Rayford tries to put the crossover on him. He's going to have the inside position going down the back straightaway as they enter turn 3. Able to get a nose out front is Joshua Colbreth. Now challenging up there is Leighton Williams in that 21 machine, trying to make it 3 wide. Right there waiting for somebody to bobble is the 36 machine of Nathan Cumby out of Longwood, North Carolina. 10 laps of green flag racing for these junior sprints. But up front, it's still the 22 machine of Joshua Colbreth. Wyatt Davis able to get back around Joshua Colbreth. You see him racing right there. Wyatt Davis in that blue and yellow junior sprint. Colbreth in that 22 black and green machine right there. The red machine, the 21 of Leighton Williams out of Anger. Once again, Joshua Colbreth making the pass for the lead as they head down into turn 3. Give him the spot as they exit turn 4. Watch out for Wyatt Davis. He's trying to get by on the outside. He slams the door on Leighton Williams. 1, 2, and 3 are all nose to tail. Wyatt Davis trying to make the move to the inside, setting up for the pass, going into 3 and 4. They're close. Look at that driving for these youngsters, and they're 3 wide behind them. Leighton Williams, Nathan Cumbie, and the 100 machine of Caden Ridenour. Your top 5 right there, all nose to tail, battling it out. 3 laps to go. Joshua Colbreth, still your leader. Wyatt Davis has made his way back around Colbreth. Colbreth trying to power back to the outside. Right there waiting in the wings is a 36 machine of Nathan Cumbie. Cumbie trying to get to the inside of Colbreth now. There goes the 21 of Leighton. He has to back off. White flag is in the air. Everybody's chasing the North Carolina Nightmare. Wyatt Davis, he gets a tap from behind by Colbreth. They're drag racing down the back straightaway. Davis to the inside. He runs Colbreth up the speedway. Colbreth has no choice but to try the crossover. They touch, they spin, and look at that. Cumbie is going to win. Nathan Cumbie. The 2 leaders tangle. Colbreth and Davis tangle coming out of turn 4. Davis through the block on Colbreth. They touch and spin. Nathan Cumbie comes home to the checkered flag. The big man out of Longwood, North Carolina, picks up his first checkered flag of the 2021 racing season. All right, as we get ready for the 30-lap A-Main for your SRI Dirt Cup Challenge, INX Legends. It's been a big week here for those guys, and they have put on some great racing. And up at the top of that chart has got to be Drake Troutman. He's going to start on the pole tonight. He has won just about everything there is to win at Fayetteville Motor Speedway during North Carolina Speed Week, except a feature, and we're going to see if he can get that done tonight. His outside is going to be the J8 of Jacob Owens. Row 2, Matt Isaac. You saw him running the high side during his heat race. To his outside will be the 13 of Tim Brockhouse. Row 3 is going to be the 10 of Scott Neighbors and the 18 of Chris Tranzo. Row 4 is going to be the 32 of Jake Garcia and the 27 of Logan Carball. Row 5 is going to be the 61 of Eddie Daniels. He won here on Wednesday night. To his outside, his racing buddy at Fayetteville Motor Speedway, the 29 of Josh Sanoski. Row 6 is the 60 of Drew Papke and the 15 of Ryan Shabram. Row 7 is the 39 of Steve Dunderstadt. To his outside, the 88 of Tyler Scott. Row 8 is the 7 of Ronnie Long. To his outside, the 4 of Jonathan Kemp. Row 9 is going to be the 25 of Tim Neighbors. Tough draw for Mr. Neighbors. To his outside, the 56F of Alex Funari. Row 10 is the 1 of Chad Groves and the 23 of Jerry King. Row 11, the 66 BLU of Tristan Stevenson and the 217 of Brad Markham. And row 12, the 75 of Daniel Adams. And just making the show is the 03 car of Josh Sanoski out of Bun Level, North Carolina. I want to give a big shout out to all the fans here $1,900 was raised for our good buddy in the Mid-East 602 late models who lost everything. Thank you, fans, for digging deep. And the green flag is in the air. We are underway with our A main, trying to make sure everybody gets through turns 1 and 2. They fan out, but up front, it's Drake Troutman and Jacob Owens. You see the battle right there for third as they come back to the starting line. Give that first lap lead to Drake Troutman. Following his tracks is Jacob Owen. There's a gaggle of cars behind him, including Brockhouse, Isaac, Neighbors, Transo, way up high out of the racing groove. There's your man who likes it high, Matt Isaac. We saw in his heat race, he went high. He's getting it turned up now. Up front, though, we've had a pass for the lead. Jacob Owens did not pass Drake Troutman. Looked like the car colors there were different. Owens trying to fight off a attempt by Brockhouse to get around him. We do have a spin. Eddie Daniels spins in the middle of turn 2. Eddie Daniels, who won a feature Monday night, wins the heat race, and now he's on the pole, leading them back to green. Troutman leads them to green with Owens and Brockhouse in tow, but watch that high side. Matt Isaac trying to make a bid for 4th position, going high. Oh, he's going for the spin cycle. What a great piece of driving by Matt Isaac. That was a wreck that did not happen. He loses a few positions in the process, but what a save up there by Matt Isaac. Goes from 3rd all the way back to 8th. Meanwhile, there was a pass for 2nd. Tim Brockhouse gets around Jacob Owens. Isaac's so high, he almost goes out of the camera shot coming through 3 and 4, but he's found a spot up there and he likes it. Nobody is challenging him up there on the high side. We got some beating and banging going on for 3rd, but here comes Isaac. Caution for a spin of the 3-car, Joseph Sanoski. They come down the back straightaway, entering turn 3, making their way to the SRI Performance Restart Zone. It's on Troutman. 1 to go this time by. Fooled me. Looked like they were ready to go racing. Something wasn't right. Race control waved it off. 1 to go now. Troutman in a line all his own. He's followed up by Brockhouse and Garcia. Just behind them, Jacob Owens and Chris Transo. And go figure that. Matt Isaac has chosen to go to the high side. In the gas, green flag back out. We are back underway at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Field fanning out into turn 1. There's some bumping and banging going on. Everybody sorts themselves out, pointed in the right direction. Everybody's chasing Drake Troutman. Isaac way high coming out of turn 3, but is able to make the pass on Tyler Scott, move him up another spot. Battle right now is for 2nd. Owens, Brockhouse, Transow, Garcia. Give the spot to Transow with that 18 machine. Brockhouse right behind him. Transo now trying to put the move on race leader Drake Troutman. He bobbles a little bit coming out of turn 2, has to get out of the gas. Allows Troutman to put some distance in between them, but right back in the throttle is the 18 machine of Transow. One car length advantage for Troutman as they exit turn 2 down the back straightaway. There's a battle for position. That's the 32 of Jake Garcia and the 13 of Tim Brockhouse. Give the position to Garcia. Right on their bumpers, the J8 of Jacob Owens. That's 2, 3, and 4 right there. Excuse me, 3, 4, and 5. Brockhouse all over the rear bumper of Jake Garcia. Meanwhile, Matt Isaac still running on the high side. He's in 6th position. Looks like Ryan Shaberman in that 15 machine. We've got a pass for the lead. Transo on Troutman. Give the position to Transo. 12 laps in the books. We have a new leader, Chris Transo, making the move. He finished second to Troutman in their feature on Thursday night. Troutman trying to battle back on the low side. There you see the battle for third. Give that position to Jacob Owens. He hits a tire and spins. Went a little too low on the speedway, did the J8, and he comes to a rest at the bottom of turn 2. Caution on the speedway. Jacob Owens had just really made some couple of good moves on Jake Garcia to get that position away. See what that 8 machine, J8 of Jacob Owens, can do in the back. He and Eddie Daniels are pretty racing, but up front, it's Chris Transo trying to hold off the advances of Drake Troutman as we are back under green. The 13 machine of Tim Brockhouse able to power by Jake Garcia, give the spot, and then Troutman powers by Transo on that restart. Give Troutman the lead again. 13 laps are in the books. Transo's not giving up easily, though. He's beating and banging on that rear bumper, and he makes a move to the inside, powering by. As they enter turn 3, they're door to door, coming through 3 and 4. Give the spot to Transo. Is it Transo and Troutman trade the lead? Tim Brockhouse has the best seat in the house, watching these two beating and banging. Brockhouse wants a piece of that lead now as he gets up there. Troutman goes back again to the inside. Brockhouse follows him. Yellow on the speedway. Caution again. Down the back straightaway. 2 by 2 behind leader Chris Transo. Everybody's in the gas. We're back under green flag. 14 laps complete. Brockhouse trying to go high to get around Troutman. Not able to do it, but he's got to watch out for Jake Garcia. Jake Garcia now wants 3rd place. Your leader's coming out of 4 to get the halfway. We're halfway home. Nose to tail are Transo and Troutman. Beating and banging coming out of turn 2. Troutman wants that lead back. They go down to 3. Transo's going to keep it just for the moment. They touch again. Transo's able to collect it up and keep going. Troutman backed out of the gas just a little bit. Great racing by these two Pennsylvania drivers. Troutman to the inside. Transo's going to let him go this time by. As they come back to the lead, to the flag stand, give the lead to Drake Troutman out of Pennsylvania. You got Pennsylvania and Pennsylvania 1 and 2. Tim Brockhouse still in 3rd. Jerry Garcia in 4th. Transo wants the lead back. He's got the inside position. Give the position back to Transo. We told you folks, one's going to lead a lap, the other's going to lead the next lap. Wonder if it's a gentleman's agreement they agreed to do before they got started out here today. That's the best battle on the speedway, is the battle for the lead. As you see Josh Shanoski get by Jake Garcia. That is for 4th position. Give the position to Shanoski. He's going to see if he can track down that 3-headed. Oh, and Shanoski goes right. Something broke on that 29 Show and Pro paint and body machine. Caution on the speedway. might run. It's Chris Tranzo, Abbottstown, Pennsylvania's finest. See if he can hold off the rest of this power-packed SRI Dirt Cup Challenge, INEX Legends Field over the next 11 laps, and we're back under green. Brockhouse wants part of that lead. He's able to get around Troutman for second. Oh, we got a big gaggle of cars. The 39 car is in it, and he's able to move around. Did not get a lap complete, so we'll restart that one from the beginning. Race fans. Green flag is in the air again. Tim Brockhouse gets the jump on Drake Troutman, move him up to second. Field able to sort their way out through 1 and 2 this time. New second place man behind Chris Tranzo. That's the 13 of Tim Brockhouse. Don't look now, but Troutman is knocking on the door. The J8 machine of Jacob Owens is in fourth. The 32 of Jake Garcia rounds out the top 5. Battle for position is Tristan Stevenson. In the 75 of Daniel Adam, that is for 7th place. Give the position to Adam. He now finds he likes the high side. Meanwhile, back up front, Tim Brockhouse making a power move on Tranzo. They touch. Brockhouse has to back out of it, but Tranzo washes up high. He loses one spot, may lose his second as Troutman is there. Tim Brockhouse, your new leader. Tranzo wants it back as he is all over the rear deck of that 13 machine. Tranzo has to back out of the gas, gather it back in as he makes another run at Brockhouse. 23 laps in the books this time by. Now Troutman has gone to the high side. He's got a lot of momentum coming off turn 2. He bobbled just a little bit, had to back out of it. Allowed Brockhouse to get a little bit further out, but Troutman may have found something up high. Will he have enough time to get back to the leader? Caution on the speedway. Spin over at the bottom of turn 2. Looks like Ronnie Long took the spin. 3 drivers dropped out already. Matt Isaac and then 03. The 23 of Jerry King and that Kraken Skulls machine. And the 3 of Joseph Sinoski. But we are back under green. 7 laps to go. As those cars head back down into turn 1. 2 distinct racing grooves up there now. Troutman powering by on the high side. He likes that high groove. He's able to maintain that momentum. Stay in the gas all the way around. Move Troutman up to second. See if he can complete the pass on Tranzo as they exit turn 2. Give the spot to Troutman. Move him back to second. He now has his sights set on Tim Brockhouse. There'll be 5 to go this time by. Troutman has decreased that lead to only 1/2 second for Tim Brockhouse. Brockhouse bobbles at the bottom of turn 2. You see Sinoski making his way up. He's moved all the way back up to 7th as he passes Drew Papke. 4 to go. Tim Brockhouse has got that lead now, but watch out for Drake Troutman on the high side. It's going to set up for a fantastic finish here, fans. 2 distinct lines around Fayetteville Motor Speedway. 3 to go this time by. Brockhouse on the low side, Troutman on the high side. Oh, and Troutman has a problem. Flames coming out from the hood of that 317 machine may have pushed it a little too much. See Troutman trying to exit his vehicle quickly. Track personnel on the spot. Looks like he's okay. Unbelievable. Drake Troutman making it happen on the high side. didn't quite have what it takes to finish tonight. Disappointing night for the Hyman, Pennsylvania driver. Little smoke coming off that 39 machine. Steve Dunderstadt sitting right at the entrance to turn 3. Single file restart. 3 laps remaining for these SRI Dirt Cup Challenge INEX Legends. Does anybody have what it takes to get around Tim Brockhouse? Transo's been all over him. We'll see what he's got in these final 3 laps. We are back under green. The first 2 able to get away. The battle is for 3rd. That's Adam, Owens, and Sanoski making his way back up through the field. Give 4th place to the 29 Show and Pro machine of Josh Sanoski. Adam trying to make it work on the high side, but doing so loses a couple of spots. Up front, they're beating and banging. That's Brockhouse and Transo. Transo's going to have one more time as the white flag is out. Can Transo get around the 13 machine of Tim Brockhouse? They drag race down into turn 1. They're nose to tail. Transo goes high. He has to lift, bobble just a little bit. That allows Tim Brockhouse to break away. Transo's not going to be able to catch him. Tim Brockhouse is your winner in your 30-lap A main feature for the SRI Dirt Cup Challenge INEX Legends. Chris Transo in 2nd. J8 of Jacob Owens in 3rd. How about that 4th place run for Josh Sanoski? And in 5th, the youngster, the kid, Daniel Adam, round out your top 5. Great job by all the SRI Dirt Cup Challenge